Hey everybody, welcome to the Basis Points Podcast. I'm Kevin Flanagan, head of fixed income strategy at Wisdom Tree Asset Management. And we are going to narrow the shortlist for Fed Chair. As the calendar is now turned squarely into Q4, the sweepstakes for who will be nominated for next Fed Chair will no doubt increase. In current Chairman Powell's term as Fed leader, it doesn't end until May of next year, but according to published reports, it looks like the Trump administration could make an announcement as soon as January. And last week, CNBC reported that the list of candidates have been narrowed down to 5 from 11, with Treasury Secretary Bessent becoming the key figure in the interview process. So let's look at this short list, and it's in no apparent order. It's just very random. And first up is current Fed Governor Christopher Waller. Now, he was nominated by President Trump and took office in December 2020. He's frequently quoted in the media regarding potential monetary policy decisions and was one of the first FOMC members to advocate rate cuts this year. Next up, current Fed Governor and Vice Chair for Supervision, Michelle Bowman, also originally nominated by President Trump and then reappointed to the Board of Governors by President Biden. Bowman's also early to the party, supporting rate cuts as both she and Waller dissented in favor of such a move at the July FOMC meeting. Next up, Director of the National Economic Council, Kevin Hassett. Now, this is Hassett's second go-round in a Trump administration. He was also chairman of the President's Council of Economic Advisors and a senior advisor to the president during Trump 1.0. And unlike the newly installed Fed Governor Stephen Myron, who was not quite sure how that's working out, part of the current Trump administration, Hassett appears to have a more nuanced approach to monetary policy. And then there's former Fed Governor Kevin Warsh. Now, he was previously part of the FOMC and served as a Fed governor from 2006 to 2011. Warsh has also publicly shared his views of how the Fed should be transformed and has been an outspoken critic of using the Fed's balance sheet, specifically quantitative easing, QE, although he did initially vote in favor of QE and some of the other facilities on the Fed's balance sheet during the financial crisis and Great Recession. And then last up is BlackRock fixed income CIO Rick Rieder. And Rieder is the only candidate on the short list that would come from the non-Fed private sector background. He's also another candidate who has called for a more aggressive rate cutting path from the Fed, and that was illustrated by his call for a 50 basis point move at the September FOMC meeting. Now, bottom line here, bond market and independence. Traditionally, the financial markets don't like uncertainty. And as far as the bond market is concerned, the preference would probably be for a known entity, especially one with prior Fed experience. Now, an interesting factoid from an independence perspective is that Fed Governors Waller and Bowman rallied around the September 25 basis point rate cut and did not dissent in favor of a bigger move. The other perspective is the bond market may not be so sure what they'd be getting from a Rieder or Hassett being nominated for Fed Chair, but it's thought they understand the importance of the impression of central bank independence. But at this point, the Treasury market, perhaps the most importantly, it does not appear to be concerned with this short list. If it was, and independence was thought to be a potential issue, longer dated yields, such as that for the 10-year Treasury, would more than likely be on the rise. So I'm going to end it there. Here we are in the Q4. Lots going on still. We'll continue to come back, provide you insights and solutions. Have a great rest of the week, everybody. Take care. Be well.